Today is Gurpurab, and we are joined on the line by Sun Kaur. She is from a charity organisation called United Sikhs, which is actually based from the Midlands here, but they do a lot of work internationally as well. Sun, before we find out about the charity work that United Sikhs actually does, for anyone who isn't too familiar, perhaps they've heard of the word Gurpurab, but they don't know what it means, just paint a picture for us, if you could please, of what you and the family would have normally been doing if it was not COVID-19 when it comes to Gurpurab for Guru Nanak Dev Ji's birth anniversary.
Yes, so Gurpurab in the Sikh tradition, it's a celebration, it's an anniversary of one of our gurus. And on this day, if we weren't in the chaos of COVID, many Sikhs across the world, and not just Sikhs actually, Guru Nanak Dev Ji was loved and followed by millions around the world. We would be today at the Gurdwara, in the congregation, celebrating with prayers and hymns, would be serving in the communal kitchen, and you're meeting your friends. It's a very sort of busy occasion, and not to forget, we would all be having some sweet treats as well.
Oh, yes.
So and I think this year it's been very different. But just going back on sort of celebrations, the usual celebrations, we could say, for instance, the Golden Temple in Amritsar, you would be having a congregation throughout the day of touching nearly 300,000, 400,000 people.
Wow.
To mark the anniversary of, the founder of the Sikh faith, Guru Nanak Sahib Ji. So it would have been a beautiful day for us all to celebrate. And could we say this year has been very different?
Yes,
yeah,
it's been challenging. I mean, now we know as we approach Christmas, and there's the changes and what the lockdown is going to look like, what the shops are going to be like. People are really much discussing that, and I know that there's so many different religious, events that happen during the course of this year. We can talk about Diwali, Eid, and also Vaisakhi, and all of these different aspects, and culturally that communities have just dealt with it with whatever restrictions is in place. Do you think that people are going to take an opportunity, I guess, during that period of Christmas to sort of like get together with family if they can, to celebrate some of the the year's calendar events that they couldn't do, but just sort of like get together at that time so that they can sort of celebrate in a way in this year?
I think so, and I think again with technology, it's very different this year. We have an advantage where we can see our loved ones on a screen.
Yes.
But I just wanted to go back to the sort of celebration we had today.
Okay.
Maybe it was a smaller, close celebration with just 6 members in my household.
Nice.
And what was beautiful was sometimes I think I go into an in-depth message when it comes to talking on the station about the Sikh faith. But what was beautiful today was my 3-year-old nephew. So all throughout the day he's been saying it's Guru Nanak Dev Ji's birthday, and he actually put a banner up onto the wall. And then after dinner we actually had cake to celebrate, and we're all sitting there and he's looking, and there's an empty chair. And he said, "Where's Guru Nanak Ji? Where's Guru Nanak Ji?" And
so
I just
cute.
thought, wow, this 3-year-old boy, and he's looking for Guru Nanak Ji. And we all then explained to him that, Guru Nanak Sahib Ji is within us. He is everywhere, and he's here to protect you. And I just thought it was a beautiful thing that sometimes we look at some of the most detailed messages to understand who Guru Nanak Sahib Ji is, and what he is to the Sikhs. And this 3-year-old boy has just warmed my heart.
Nice.
By explaining this to me. And, going alongside that, the messages of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji are so critical. His teachings are so relevant now as they were, 5 centuries ago. We're talking about COVID and people being locked indoors and the rise of, say, mental health. And the message of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji was that plant good thoughts in your mind. Don't allow this mind to run out of sort of onto the wrong path. onto the wrong direction. Keep your mind focused, have positive thoughts. And I think that's something that we really, need to focus on right now during COVID.
It's an interesting point, Sun. Yeah. I think the other one that I think rings true for a lot of people is Guru Nanak Dev Ji's message of equality, and that, everyone is equal no matter what your background, where you come from. And I think there's going to be a lot of people reflecting upon that today, and I'm sure in the coming weeks and months as well. Before we let you go, it's been a real pleasure having you on the show, Sun. If anyone would like further details for United Sikhs, charitable organisation, you provide a lot of help and support, especially during COVID-19, but you also do, when you were able to travel, go abroad to help in crisis nations as well. How can people get in touch and find further details?
Yes, you can go onto our website, www.unitedsikhs.org, and you can also, follow us on our social media platforms. And that's that. We're an organisation who follow the message of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji by serving humanity, and respecting us all as one. And I always say it: we are one big family. Let's look after each other. Let's spread this, sparkles of compassion. Live with truth. And weave these into our teachings within our families and within our friends.
Beautifully said, Sun. A real pleasure having you on the show, and thank you for joining us. You take care. Sun Kaur from Midlands-based organisation United Sikhs. If you'd like further details, then it's UNITED SIKHS on all social media.